Hello, hi everyone. So, welcome back to our channel. Hi Palak, am I audible? Can
Hi.
you just tell me now?
Yes, yes, you are. Yeah. Hi,
Yes,
Anusha.
yes. Hi, so today we are going to talk about, yes, music in the pregnancy.
It's like a very interesting topic. Like I have never heard about this topic. Like how can music be beneficial in pregnancy? So can you tell us about that? Like why is music important during pregnancy?
Okay, so yeah, this is like a little bit vast. So everybody just thinks, music is just going to be, calm, make you calmer, or like work with your emotions and all of that. Yes, that's a true thing. But apart from that, in pregnancy, specifically, why we say you have to listen to certain music and why is it beneficial? Yes, of course. Number one, we use music like a therapy as well in pregnancy for various reasons. For example, you know that in first trimester, most of the women, most of the mothers go through like conditions like nausea, vomiting, and a little bit of change in the mood and all of that. So these therapies help them to relax completely, okay, and also to relax their mind. So basically all of this are connected to your pituitary gland, okay, and emotions are the major reason for these things to occur. So, and listening to music can help you out in certain situations, especially during your what do you call emotional disturbances, okay. So apart from that, throughout the pregnancy there are always ups and downs, physically and also psychologically, both, okay, physiological and psychological. So this music just going to bring that balance. Like I told you, mood swings are one of the major reason, right? So this helps to one is, yes, calm down, relaxation and all of that. The next important thing why we say certain musics are important in the pregnancy is for the development. So for the development of the baby's brain. So this is very important. Like I have mentioned earlier, also 80% of the baby's brain development happens in the mother's womb itself. So how you tune in is very important. So now, like we use certain music to help, which helps in the development of the baby. Okay, maybe any kind. It's just not only the intelligence, a lot of like the milestones as well. So that's why it's very important to listen to certain music and during pregnancy.
Anusha, can you tell us that when can we start this music therapy?
You can start immediately ever from the first week of like first week of your pregnancy. So usually we do start prior as well, like during conception too. But yes, you can start from the first trimester also, that is first week. So but there are certain things which you need to uh, be like concerned about, like what music you can listen to in first trimester is completely different from what you can listen to second trimester and the third. So there are certain differences which you need to be very careful about. But yes, you can start immediately. There's no like restriction about this.
Right, right, understood. So, can you jot down some benefits for us about how music is beneficial?
Yeah, I told about this, like the same thing. It's going to be helpful for calming, relaxation and all of that for a mother, and moreover for the baby it's for the development.
Right, but as you said, you know that some certain kind of music that we have to focus
Yes,
on.
yes, yes, yes. So, let me tell you about this. So, the first trimester, the baby is, like it's a fetus, right? It's very small. So, the organ development starts slowly every week, and every week there's a new organ which, like start developing completely, right? So, what happens? if at all you start listening to like a music with high frequency, it is going to be like a disturbing to the growth and development of the baby. So what we do, we always start with the low frequency music initially. Okay, and then slowly we start increasing. By the time you come to second trimester, you can increase it to a medium frequency, and some different type, you can start introducing different types of music at that point of time. And finally, at third trimester, you can go for a little higher frequency music.
Right, right. But we usually maybe that preferable type kind of music must be like calm. It like not you must be metal. Definitely not metal. Something calm,
Yes.
right?
Yes. Okay. I will be telling you some music. You might get an idea what exactly I'm talking about. Okay. So, for example, like you said, calm need not be like, some just musical. So, always, there is one trick also. Make sure that, for the first trimester, you can go with music like a piano or cello, something very soft, only single instrument ka music. And then for the second trimester you can go a little bit to a louder one, like maybe like your guitar or tabla or flute. And then when you come to the third trimester, you can go with a mixture of all these, like flute and tabla, or guitar and piano, something like that. Okay, these are certain things what you can do. Apart from that, the type of music which I mentioned is very very important. So what are the type of music you can listen to is, number one, instrumental. Classical Indian instrumental music are very very good, and very, it's proven scientifically that they will actually improve the brain development, growth in the brain development both. uh, and also it will calm it. When it can calm mind of an adult, so just imagine how calming it will be for a baby, right? So one is that. Apart from that, you can listen to shlokas, a shloka in a musical form as well. For example, like our Gayatri mantra, our Om Bhurbhuvat Swaha. So this mantra, you can listen to it in a instrumental form, or in a musical form, and just the om chanting in a musical form. And a lot of like mantras can be listened to this. Apart from that, you can instrument also, be very specific with the instrument. You can go with the instrument which are very, don't go with instruments like drums which has a lot of beats and all that. So those are little create palpitations right for us, so that is not a good thing. And I think loud, very loud music are not good. So I think this is something which you can go ahead and practice.
Right, right, right. So, like, can you tell us, Anusha, that what to avoid while doing this therapy?
Yes. So there are few things, what kind of musics to avoid, and how to do this music, and how music therapy, and how, what to avoid during the therapy. So number one, music to be avoided, like I told you already, loud and drums. And let me be very clear, make sure to avoid as much as you can the like the cinema musics, okay, the film music. Maybe your Hollywood or Bollywood, any kind of music to try to avoid, because these days, I'm sorry, should not be telling this, but these days most of the songs which come, they do not have any meaning in them. And a lot of them, they, a lot of time they use certain words which are not good to be used, certain slang maybe, or some other colloquial language which is not good to be used, okay, during pregnancy. And so it's better to avoid them. But if at all there are some music which are very close to, even in the cinema there are very good music which is like close to a few people's heart, you can listen to that. But like with very light, it has to be very light, and you can keep the volume low and you can listen to this. Third, coming to uh, like how to listen to the music. This is very important. Number one, don't listen to a music like, you're going to play the music in the hall and you're working towards your kitchen. It should not be that way. There are three types you will be listening to the music every day, at least for 5 minutes to 10 minutes. You can listen to music sitting at one place, or lying down on your couch, or lying down on your bed, and keeping a little bit of small speaker or a headphones. Speaker, you can keep it towards your abdomen, headphones towards your ear. So keeping a speaker, you can avoid it in first trimester, but you can start keeping the speaker towards your abdomen from second trimester onwards. But now, when you're keeping your headphones, you can use it anytime. So you can start the music, listen to the complete music for 10 long minutes, like in your daily routine. And then you can, any music, like I told you, which all includes, and then you can carry out your work. Then, the second type of listening is you will play the music every day at your home, okay? And you can start listening to it while you're walking, while you're doing anything. This should be like, most of the time, because it starts giving you that relaxed feeling. It gives you like a spa feeling, and it's very nice to do that as well. So apart from that, make sure to have a routine of listening to the music. So it's actually very nice to do this. So things not to do is, somewhere, somewhere you're playing something, and uh, you are actually not giving interest to that particular music. Choose, and not choosing a music, just typing out in your YouTube that calming music in pregnancy will not work. You choose the music for today. Today I'm going to listen to a flute music, okay? Tomorrow you will be like, okay, today I'm going to listen to what do you call, maybe sitar or veena, okay? And when you're listening to the music, keep your palms on your abdomen, and you can massage your abdomen, and try to feel how your baby is feeling, as like at that point of time. So these are certain things you can include. I also forgot to mention there are certain music which, specifically, it has been given in, like the trained teachers. So wherein, you tune in certain frequency, and it has to be heard for certain minutes and certain seconds of time. So these things you can contact any teachers, if you know, who practices, Garbhasanskar. So they can help you out with this. They can, let you listen to this. Apart from that, you can listen to music like, your Bhagavad Gita is a very, very beautiful thing to be listened to in your whole pregnancy. It's beautiful, even if it start one chapter, it's going to take a long time by the time, you end all the chapters, okay? Apart from that, there are few people who like to listen to other chantings like, Vishnu Sahasranam and Lalita Sahasranam and all of that. If you're interested, you can listen to. And there's a third way of listening to music. That is, you can ask, if you know a musician, or if you know somebody who can chant, you can make them chant, and you can either, attend the session, or you can make them chant, maybe in your house, or your friends or your cousins. Let them chant, and you can sit and listen to them. This is a very beautiful, because it's more than, using your phones and your what do you call, laptops. It's always better, like I mentioned last class, avoid your phones as much as you can, so you can, have a direct conversation with someone, and you can listen to music. And last one is, learn to sing. You do it yourself. There's nothing which is as, like beautiful as the mother's voice. So the best thing a baby can enjoy is, one, the mother's voice, and the favorite music for the baby is, the mother's heartbeat. So these are the two things. I think it's beautiful if you can learn and, sing. Maybe we'll definitely like it.
Right, right. I agree with you actually, Anusha. Like it's nothing is better than listening to music live, right? It
Yes,
calms a normal person. Imagine that mom who is under so much stress and so much,
exactly.
bearing a baby. It's not easy. So maybe that music can help in any way
So
possible.
yes, one more thing I wanted to tell you is nowadays, whenever you tend to go outside, like maybe to a restaurant or anywhere, so they try to play very loud music. So you can avoid that as well, throughout your pregnancy. It's always better to go to a calmer place and calming music. I think you can do this right now, whether if you're pregnant or not pregnant. It's for everyone. This is not just for the pregnant women. You can do this, play five different kinds of music. It's like a task for you all today. Play five different kind of music. One, very emotional. Second, very exciting, like drums and all of that, partying. Third, like instrumental, very calm. Four, like some chanting. Fifth, anything, like if you like Bollywood or your Hollywood music, any of that, movie music. So see the five different mood changes you will uh, get. It's a thing. We even practice this during our teachers training, or whenever we go to any retreats, we practice this different five moods music can change us into. I think everybody can practice this today.
Right, right. Sure, we'll definitely do that, Anusha. So, Anusha, I just had one last question regarding this
Yes.
topic. So, not to be like, I'm just like, just as a way of sharing, getting information. Not that it happens with anyone, but what can possibly go wrong if this music therapy is not done as you said to?
See, nothing is going to be wrong. So basically, I'll tell you something. If at all you're not listening to anything, it's fine, okay? But if you listen to something, what I just mentioned, it's going to just give you that extra benefits for you and the baby, so which you will be listening to. Recently, one of the students just told me that, her kid is, a 3-year-old, and, she can chant Om very beautiful way already. So which she had gone through, like Garbha Sanskar. So that is one thing. Second, like you said, what possibly can go wrong is, like, sometimes, there are certain, health conditions which can happen. We do not know why it has exactly happened. And it's very common, in this generation, like, maybe hyperactive kid, or more anxiety issues with the kid, or more introvert issues. A lot of parents, who come to the clinics, like who come to the OPDs, you just tell that, my kid is very hyperactive, but don't know what is the reason. Whether the reason is, post pregnancy or pre pregnancy. Mostly, it will be pre pregnancy, right? So second issue is, the introvert. Both the parents are so much good, so extrovert, but still, my kid is introvert. I don't know what wrong I've done. Ever since, she was born, I've been taking her out, but she cries all the time. And anxiety. So these are certain issues, it's developing in this generation. I cannot assuredly tell you that it is because of not doing musical therapy, but these were not there are certain things, like, you listen to very harsh music. Just imagine how much, it is going to affect our brain. So just think how much it will affect the baby's brain, right? So all this will have an impact, especially if somebody is fighting in front of you in loud voice. You get so scared, right? Your heart starts beating so fast. Of course this is going to be, like, an impact on the baby. So this is what, I we have all experienced.
Right, right. Thank you so much, Anusha. That was very informative. Those were all the questions that I had for today.
Yes.
So, looking forward to hear from you in another session with something, just like this topic. It was so new for me. I've never heard about it before.
Yes. It's very beautiful. I have to tell my experience. Like I told you, whether you're pregnant or not, you can start doing this. Nowadays, I just love listening to these music. It's become like, I started this for the students, and now it's become so good for me. I feel so relaxed most of the time.
Good to hear that, Anusha.
Yes. Thank you so much, Palak, and thank you, everyone. So I think tune into the next session. So we'll be coming soon. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for watching. For more such videos, do like, share, and subscribe to the First Parents.